What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Joel Friday TV. I am Joel Friday. Welcome to the show. A few announcements before we get started. Hit that like button. Smack it. Latest SmackDown, like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we get the subscribers up and a message out. Do it now. Help a brother out. As you guys know, we are live. This is a talk show. And we are live Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and, Punchy.tv. And at any point during the show, what can you do? Y'all know what you can do. Call in 888-775-3773, 888-775-3773. You can call in. We can get into some stuff. You guys already know how it goes. And if for whatever reason you can't call in, but you still have a question or comment, or you just want to support the show, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV. Or go directly to the YouTube live chat, just like Linya and Chin did right now. And send your question or comments there. And I'll read them live on air. Linya and Chin says, it's prancing time again, and the prince is here to share that Christ message of prancing on water. Joel Friday is the last son of Prancetown. God bless the Prince of Prance, 30% son of France. Right on, Linya and Chin. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. You can send your question or comments in just like Linya and Chin, and I'll read them live on air. Amazing stuff. So let's get into some stuff. Listen, today is Monday. What is Monday? As you guys know, I'm theming my weekly episodes to see how it goes, right? See how it goes. Today is Grace and Mercy Monday. What does that mean? Oh, grace and mercy. That means we're getting into that word. Some of that spirituality. That Jesus talk. Oh, we getting into it today. But before we do, I got a little news story I want to share with you guys. And it's on topic. It's kind of on topic. It kind of fits in with grace and mercy. But I got to share this with you guys because I found this to be very interesting. And I found this to be a common theme in the lives of mostly women. All people, though. All people. But in the lives of mostly women, I found this to be very, very, very prevalent. Very prevalent. And I want to speak to it. So, this is from Daily Mail. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but a singer by the name of Avery warns her fans against the popular weight loss drug Ozempic and the life-threatening side effects it's had on her. Here's the first story. Here we go.
Hi. I just left the doctor's office. I went to get a checkup because I've been off of Ozempic for 2 months now, and I just wanted to see if my body was in better condition, if there were any permanent damages. And I'm kind of in shock right now because I wasn't expecting this. But I guess Ozempic can cause bone density loss, and I didn't think that that would happen to me because I was only on it for a year. But I have significant bone loss. I have osteoporosis and osteopenia, so that I don't know, there's like several of them that I have. And I just wasn't like expecting. I wasn't expecting that. But that's what happens if you use Ozempic for weight loss and you lose too much weight. I'm sorry, I know some of you might not relate, or some of you might think I'm being annoying or overdramatic about all this stuff. But I'm really just sharing this because please, just please don't take this drug if you don't need it. Just please use me as an example. That's all. I just want to be an example to of why you need to be careful. It's become very normalized, but it's really dangerous, and I just can't believe I did that damage to myself. Please be careful with this drug. That's all I want to say.
The injections, Ozempic, to give you guys a little bit more information on Ozempic, the injections are designed to help type 2 diabetes patients and obese people control their blood sugar levels and lose weight. That is the purpose of Ozempic. Obviously, it's been abused by the public, same way everything else gets abused. Opioids, freaking ibuprofen, freaking all these different things get abused. But the singer shared that she was dropped by a record label for being too fat and confessed, "I thought I needed Ozempic to be beautiful and successful." I just want to comment on this really quick. What do you expect? You know what I mean? Unfortunately, this type of stuff is a wake-up call to most people, like to this girl here, right? But this is why I say, like, just do the work. You know what I mean? Because the reason why I wanted why I realize this is mostly prevalent in women's lives is that women tend to want to find the shortcut to life, right? How to look better quicker, how to feel better quicker, how to, all these little ways to mask what is really going on. And unfortunately, you say it and you mention it and you say it and you say it, but sometimes the ladies have to learn the hard way and things like this have to happen. Unfortunately, she's got this deadly these deadly issues that came from Ozempic, right? Because you got to look at it like this. You got to look at these things that we put into our body aren't natural, right? These certain things that we take, right? These prescriptions or these drugs or these weight loss programs or even as a Botox and all that stuff, our body is designed to function a certain way. And when you interrupt that function or you tell your body how to behave, it doesn't respond properly because it's not built that way. It's not designed that way. So the best way to get the results that you want, even though it may take longer, is to do the work. Do the work, right? And I'm not talking about just going to the gym. I'm not talking about just washing your face. I'm not talking about just putting makeup on. I'm talking about doing the inner work within you that makes you feel like you got to do these things to look presentable to the public, right? The inner work. You do the inner work, and then the inside will reflect the outside, which is beauty, right? True beauty. But you got to stop taking the shortcuts, right? Stop making the excuses and just do the work. And I understand why it's hard to do that because there's insecurity there, right? There's rejection, there's judgment, right? Nobody likes that. I understand that. But we're going to constantly be in this loop of hiding from the world and hiding who we really are for the sake of trying to mask it and look beautiful or be attractive or whatever. It will happen on its own if you're committed to working on yourself, committed to being honest, committed to wanting to change, right? committing to being real about your behavior. You know? And the question comes down to, and then I'm gonna move on from this, is why do people do this? Men too. Why do women and men do this, right? Why does anybody want to do the quick fix? Reach for the quick fix. Why does anybody want to reach for the quick fix, right? Well, for one, insecure, and looking for love, right? Because the mind has convinced us all that something in one way or the another, money, cars, success, marriage, children, sex, Ozempic, weight loss, all these things we think are going to give us some sense of satisfaction, right? Some sense of satisfaction when all we are looking for is peace. We really just want peace. And none of these things are going to bring forth peace. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean we just stop doing these things? No, right? Because that's not realistic. Just to stop and try to just be straight and narrow. No, because you can't really do that. It's not really sustainable to just try to stop everything. Only thing that we need to do, and just my opinion, is acknowledge that we're doing it, right? Be honest. I'm taking a shortcut, or I'm this is my thrill, this is my escape. Be real about it and be honest, and then it'll start to be taken away from you, right? The commitment to wanting to overcome. Instead of just settling in the positions of excuses, right? Am I making sense or no? But I just wanted to give that little story because, man, that's just how it goes. Is that you take those shortcuts and you ignore the signs, you end up with bigger problems. And it ain't worth it. Nobody. And I scrolled on her little Instagram to see if she was like, because I was going to try to show you guys a before and after picture of like her fat or something and then skinny. She wasn't even fat. I mean, I at least scrolled back some months, maybe years, maybe a couple years, and I couldn't find a fat photo of her. She was a little heavier, but she was skinny. She was just like a heavier skinny, a thicker skinny. But the mind and all this stuff, right, is telling you that you're fat or you're overweight and all that stuff. And it's just a setup. And like I said, and then I'm gonna get off this. I'm off this. Is that it doesn't mean we gotta stop. Just stop doing things, right? Because that's hard to do. But we gotta stop being denial about them. We gotta stop lying about them. We gotta start being honest about them. Being real with yourself. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. But, it is what it is. Because it's not that big of a deal that you're doing it, but the issue is the denial. That's where the conflict is coming in, right? Not being honest. So she's just looking for love, but on the way, she found she got a life-threatening disease now. Because she wants to take the shortcuts and look beautiful and pretty and all these different things, right? And it's good to take care of yourself and it's good to be presentable, but you just don't want to, at what risk, right? At what length? So anyway, I just want to get to that. I have something else because it's Grace and Mercy Monday. It's Grace and Mercy Monday, so we got to get into some mercy and grace. You know what I'm saying? We got to get into some mercy and grace because my question that I have, and I have a little clip that I want to show you guys, is what does it mean to turn the other cheek? Ooh, I guess this is more for the men, but obviously it makes sense for the women too, for everybody, all people alike. The children, the women, the man. Whatever pronoun you identify with, this is for you, right? What does it mean to turn the other cheek, right? A little scripture, Matthew 5:38-40. You have heard it was said, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on that right cheek, boy, you turn that other cheek to him also. And if anyone else wants to sue you and take your shirt, you better hand your coat as well. I put Lil Joel Friday TV words in there, but you get the point. If somebody hit you on that right one, you better turn on the left one. Does that mean literally? Or is this just like a figure of speech, right? Does it mean if somebody calls you a bad name, you let it slide? Or does it actually mean if somebody hits you, then you let them hit you again, right? Or both. What does it mean? What does it mean? We're going to get into it. I have a little example to show you. Now, mind you, this next clip I'm going to play you, I don't know if it's real or not. Because I know the conspiracy theorists in the chat are going to be like, it's not real. You're lying. It's not real. It's a stage. Maybe so, right? It could be, very much. But I just want you just to pretend, pretend with me. So we can make the point. You know what I mean? So this is from Instagram. A street preacher responds interestingly to a confrontation on the bus with an angry rider. This video has a little length on it, not too long, but it makes a good point. So here we go. Let's watch.
Make sure Jesus Christ is in your life, because Jesus Christ... Dude, shut up, man. I'm on the phone, dude. I don't want to hear this. It's for real. It's okay. For real, man. What the heck are you calling, dude? It's okay. I'm sorry. It's crazy, man. Make sure God is in your life. Savior of everybody. Have God in your life. If you don't have God in your life, look for God. He's here for you with open arms. He doesn't judge. Dude, shut up. Nobody believes. Don't bring your religion, your thoughts right here. I'm on an important call. It's okay. You get on your call. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. God bless you. Do not touch me. Jesus Christ is in your life.
I don't believe.
The power
I don't care. I don't care. Whatever. I don't believe. I don't believe.
God loves all his children.
Shut up.
You are blessed. You are loved by God.
Shut up.
You are loved by God.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Ooh.
I say shut up.
Dude.
Come on, man.
This is not cool.
Come on.
God loves you.
Seriously.
You blessed me here on this cheek. Bless me on this cheek.
Bless
Bless me right
crazy.
here. Bless me right here.
Oh my.
Pain is okay.
Oh,
I take the pain for you. I take the pain for you.
It's okay with
I am here.
We don't need your.
The God
We don't need it.
all
You
blessings to
don't.
you.
You just.
Bless me here, please.
Oh my
Bless me right here.
God.
Bless me here.
No, no, no. Don't do it. Don't.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
What?
So I want you to bless me here.
No. No.
Come here. Come here. Bless me right
No,
here.
this is
Just right here.
crazy.
Bless me. Just bless me.
I don't believe.
Well, God believes in you. God believes in you. God believes in you. God knows that you're a good man. I don't know what happened in your life, that you don't have God in your life, but you need to put God back in your life. I've been put here for a reason, and it's for you. My grandfather, the one that raised me, just passed away. I pray God, please keep my grandparents here.
But you know
but
what?
no, he's not here.
No.
He never answered, man.
He did answer.
I'm going through so much shit in my life.
You know why he's not here? Because his time on earth is done. He's been a blessing here. It's time. God needs him. God needs him to do his work up in heaven.
But he loves me.
Take your glasses off, look, baby. Your grandparents are with God. Your grandparents did their work here on earth. They gave you everything. They gave you memories. They gave you morals and values, right? So we take that with us. Look, we're all on borrowed time. Nobody. I get emotional when I think about this, but we're all on borrowed time. So what are we going to do with that time? What are we going to do? I lost a loved one too. We all lose people. That's what life's about. We have to move on. We move on and we carry their memory about them. We talk about them forever. But God is. Your sins are casted away, all right? We all make sins, okay? But you're forgiven. And God is with you. It's okay. It's okay. That's from love in your heart. Because you're passionate for your grandparents. That's right? Don't be sorry. Bring God into your life. Can we do that? Guys, can we come over here and pray over him, please? Come over here. Come over here, guys. Listen, don't be sorry, right? God is in your life, yeah? May God bless. What's your name, sir? What's your name?
Josh.
May God bless Josh and keep him in his spirits and prayers and keep him healthy.
That is so. Listen, I don't know if it's real or fake, but I think it's a good little message, right? It's a good little thing. And those who shall receive it will receive it, and those who don't. That's fine. And I just wanted to share that with you guys so you guys can see that. But I wanted to comment on that a little bit too, right? Because not everything got to be real for you to get the message, right? Movies don't be real, but sometimes it got a nice little message to it. You know what I mean? So, what do you guys think? Is that what turning the cheek actually looks like? Right? Does it? Well, first off, I don't typically like people preaching in places that is random. You know what I mean? Like on the street and on the bus. Like it's just random. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like off-putting to the ears and to you in general because it's not like a proper place seemingly for the most part to just be going on Jesus rants, right? So I'm not really for that type of thing. But for the sake of it's being about turning the other cheek, did this man turn the other cheek? And what does that actually mean, right? What I think is that I think what this displays is what Jesus could have meant by why he turned the other cheek. Because you think about when Jesus was beat up, crucified, made fun of, talked about, he never responded back, right? Meaning with any type of physical defense, right? He never really responded back in that way. He kind of just took the beating, right? In more ways than one. And why, though? The question is why? Why would Jesus not respond back? Why would Jesus not just, show them all up, send a little lightning strike down on them, right? He had the power. He got the power. Why he not just send a little thunderbolt on them, right? You know what I mean? Blow them up. But the reason why I think Jesus didn't, is because, it's just my opinion, is he understood what was driving these people. He understood that these people were blind and couldn't see. He understood that they couldn't help themselves, right? So like this man on the bus, right? going through all these things and his frustration being and his life being frustrating, right? And him overreacting, his release to that was smacking this old man in the face, right? But it's not that that's what he intentionally wanted to do. He just had this overflow, this breakdown, right? But seemingly this older man understood that and didn't respond with, let me beat you up, or maybe let me shoot you, or maybe let me call the cops on you. He understood that this boy was going through something, right? And that makes sense to me, right? That makes sense of why one would see not to respond with tooth for a tooth, eye for an eye, right? Because if you understood that the reason why that person is really causing you harm is because they're broken, they're beat up, they're hurt, then it would be evil of you knowing that to now want to respond with anger or respond with evil, eye for an eye, right? Right? And I believe that's why Jesus didn't respond, because he understood clearly, he saw clearly. Now, let me tell you, I'm speaking on this and it makes sense to me, but listen, I'm working on that, right? And another point I want to make about that too, really quick, is that doesn't mean you now like plan to turn the other cheek. Don't make that mistake. Now you see this and you're like, that makes sense. I'm going to turn the other cheek like Jesus. And then you plan to do that. Don't plan to do that, because now you have in your mind just to turn the other cheek. You just like locked it in the brain, right? And you always want to be present, because in the present moment is when you can make different decisions, right? You're led to do different things, right? So you want to be present so you know exactly what to do when that situation comes. But I think that message does make sense. And it means turn the other cheek don't just mean physical. Turn the other cheek mean when somebody call you names, when somebody talk about your wife, your girlfriend, or your mama, somebody verbal abuse you. You know what I mean? That means turning the cheek in all instances. And but that stuff can't be faked. You got to understand these things in order for you to carry them out, right? Or there'll be no power in it. So don't be trying to act it out now. Turn the other cheek. Oh, I'm a Christian, so I'm going to turn the other cheek. You don't even really know what it means, right? Don't fake it. Let it be whatever it is, and you just learn from whatever it is. But it makes sense to me, clear, why Jesus would do that. And I'm still learning, right? I could be wrong. Still learning. But how could you be mad at somebody if you understand why they're mad at you? Right? They're just believing a lie. Or they thought that you did something you never did. How could you be mad at them if you know that they were abused? They were lied to. Right? So, food for thought. Food for thought. That's all. I'm going to get some calls right now, but before I do that, I do want to, Joel got the sniffles. I was sick, and I'm overcoming this little cold, but I'm back. We at it. We back at work, making it happen. But let me get to the super chats really quick, and I got some people who want to get in. Get in there. Let me see here. Ha ha ha. We got David Morgan with the super chat. Sends a super sticker. I appreciate that, David Morgan. Thank you, man. Supporter of the show. I appreciate it. Linian Chin with the follow-up super chat says, did you know that the purring of cats can increase bone and muscle density? So can proper sleep, diet, and exercise and mastery of breath. You know, Linian Chin, 100% right about that. Is that there's so many ways that you can get around these medical issues that you have just by doing the normal, natural functions of the day. Sleeping properly, right? Eating properly, right? Not overeating, working out. And working out doesn't mean being in the gym 2 hours a day. Stop playing. And it don't even mean being in the gym every single day, right? It could just be me making a schedule that is not too hard, but not too easy. And it's sustainable for you to stay consistent with it, right? 30 minutes at the gym, getting a good 30-minute workout a few times a week could be sustainable for some. That's fine, right? But if you just do those things enough, eventually your body will start responding to it. And the main thing is your mind, right? Staying present, not being caught up in your thoughts, which drain your energy. Oh my God, in your head, that drain your energy. That's where all the conflict comes from. Overthinking, stressing out, the emotions drain your energy. So working on that, being still, right? Doing the silent prayer, which is a form of observation, like a meditation, but not meditation, you know? For those that don't know what silent prayer is. You can go to silentprayer.video and you can hear it. But there's ways to get around it. So you're right, Linian Chin. We have all we need already within. Birdie Brown Brian says, everybody evil. That's true too, until you overcome. Everybody evil till you overcome. But everybody also, in my opinion, also has the spirit of love and of God within as well. That also lives within. We just got to come home to it. Right? And only God can draw us in like that. Only God can bring us home. You can't go home by doing, by completing your schedule of biblical tasks. That ain't going to do it. Or reading 30 scriptures a day. That ain't going to get you home. Right? Your heart got to turn. You know what I'm saying? Or no? All right, anyway, let's get to some calls. We got Serge out of Texas. Serge, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Joel.
What's
Before
up?
I ask my,
What's up, man?
Before I ask my question, I just want to do this little exorcism. It always works on the blacks. So I just want to bring out some demons. You cool with that right now?
No. What is it?
You're not cool with that?
No, I don't know. What are you going to do?
Your mama.
I
always brings out the demon.
That does bring out the demon in the black. I thought you were really going to go into some type of prayer or something.
Say that or the N word.
That's
well,
true.
You gotta be white to say the N word. Never mind. It don't work. They just go say it right back. What up? N word. But I wanted to ask you, I want to fellowship with you and ask you, try to seek the truth in this. You don't think that sex is something to overcome even within a marriage?
Yes, I do, 100%.
Why do you say that?
I think. Well, you said, do I think that sex should be overcome in a marriage?
Yeah, meaning like you shouldn't be doing it unless you're trying to make the baby.
You shouldn't be doing it. Oh, interesting. What do you think? And I tell you what I think.
I think that that it should only be done for baby making purposes, and then that it's a lust for the woman, and then that lust for the woman. If you lust for your wife, you have that same lust can't be channeled just directly for your wife. You'll lust for other women as well.
Oh, interesting. And how would you describe the scripture that says something like, do not deny pleasure to your wife, and wives do not deny pleasure to your husband. His body is yours, your body is his. And that wasn't referring to baby making. That's just referring to intimacy. How would you describe that if we're only supposed to do it for baby making?
So I don't know exactly what that's referring to. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Was it directly referring to in the bedroom?
Yes, it was speaking about sex. It says that your body, wives, yeah, I'll pull it up right now. I'll try to pull it up. But wives, your bodies belong to your husband. Husband, your bodies belong to your wives. Do not deny what is theirs. Bodies. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm familiar a little bit with it. It's like conjugal rights. You're not supposed to deny the husband, and the husband's not supposed to deny the wife.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think that's why I don't believe in the Bible.
All right, let me read it really quick here, and then you can give your take. It says, this is from 1 Corinthians 7:5. Do not deprive each other, from the New International Version. Do not deprive each other except perhaps by mutual consent and for a time, so that you may devote yourselves to prayer. Then come together again, that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. So it's basically saying that because of your lack of self-control and you have this burning desire to have sex, don't deny each other for it so that Satan can't get involved and maybe you go out and cheat or you go out and be tempted where you shouldn't be. What do you think about that?
I think that it's what version of the book is that?
That's the New International Version.
I think the New International Version has that in there, and it shouldn't be there. I think that.
Want me to try the King James?
It shouldn't even be there.
Okay.
In King James, either. I think that the sexual state for pleasure making,
yeah,
is. I think it's evil. I think it's really evil. I think it's the ego. And I think that it shouldn't be done for that reason at all. That's what I think.
Interesting. I totally I agree to some extent with that because of the fact that, to me, I don't think sex is the natural action human beings take. Meaning, like, it's a perversion, and it must be overcome. But I do think that God ordained, for lack of a better word, this way of getting married and being able to properly deal with these burning desires with one person. So that way you're releasing that, and it's not necessarily with a whole bunch of people, but just your wife or your husband. And in the process of that, you get to make babies, start a family, but you're also eventually supposed to overcome it, but it is allowable. And
just a last comment to that, because I agree with that take for sure. But I noticed that it becomes if people start saying that it should be done for pleasure reasons, it becomes a sport. It becomes a sport.
What do you mean?
You can be good and bad at it.
Oh.
In the bedroom. It's not a sport. It's not a competition.
Right. I agree with that. But I think that if you do have the desire to do it, you should be able to do it. And that's kind of the whole point of overcoming this this pleasure with your husband or wife, because you do have that pleasure, and you should be able to use it and allow it to be what it is until you overcome. I don't think you should look
Thank
at.
God that
Go ahead.
Thank God that he gave us a window, because everybody be so stuck in that. There's a window. Good thing that we have the erectile dysfunction and stuff like that, because eventually we start telling the woman, "Hey, sit down."
What?
I ain't finna go an hour no more.
No, no. And that's the purpose. That's what happens as well, is you eventually start to realize you don't need it as often, and your desire to always have it starts to kind of like fade away. And that's what the purpose of it is, right? That's why it's allowable in marriage, because now you get to have this place where you can release that and it not be your God anymore, right? Not be so important, because you can have it when you want it. But I don't think that you should deny it for the sake of it being evil if your husband or wife wants it and you don't. You know what I mean? Unless you guys agree.
Joel thinks it's healthy, and Serge doesn't. It's evil. It's pure evil.
Okay, and explain though. Why is it evil? Because you could be right.
It's from what I can see in this world from everybody else and myself, it seems to be a ego-driven thing. It seems that it's not anything outside of making the baby. It seems to be a programming that was put into us, a perverted programming that tells us that we should be pleasing to each other, even without saying too much, but even the little pre-acts before you have the sex. That seems so unnatural, and for myself, I was never into it anyway. And it just seems like everybody that's into that, the little pre stuff, they are a mess. Almost always, like 99.9% of the time. So that's why I think it's evil, especially for those who are into it.
Yeah, all of it is not natural to me. All of it is not natural. Even the baby making part is not natural. Even having children is not necessarily a natural thing. There's nothing wrong with it, and it can be turned into a good thing. But having a family and having or getting married is not God's standard. You know what I mean? It's like these are just things that we do and we can have that can bring forth fruit and stuff like that. But it's not necessarily like, oh, that's so godly thing to do. But what do you think about, and then I got to move the calls here. What do you think about if you and your wife or anybody is not necessarily looking to have children, but they still have a burning desire and they want to make it happen? What do you think about those people?
Number one, a woman can never tell a man if she don't want children that is not a wife. But if that's the case, and the man decides that he doesn't want to have children, what's wrong with him? But if he doesn't want to have children, he needs to live a sexual life.
I'm saying like if they don't want to have children right away, right? Let's just say they want to wait, or let's just say they've already had their children, but they still have this desire to sleep with each other. What should they do?
Overcome that.
Right, but
weak.
Right, but if in the process of them wanting to overcome that and they still have this burning desire, what should they do with it?
No, they should, just like with anything else, they should, when they do it, they should be aware of what they're doing and why they're doing it for. Let it happen.
Yeah.
Let it happen. Don't try to avoid it. Thanks, Joel.
Nice. Right on, Serge. I appreciate it, man. Good points.
Real conversations in the truth.
Yes,
Joel Friday TV.
Right on. Right on, man. Appreciate it, man. Call me again. Right on. Let me move the calls. Keep moving the calls. Let me go to... Sorry, ladies, if that was a little graphic. We were just trying to make the points. And sorry, kids, if that was a little awkward. But, yeah. Let me go to Liesel out of California. Liesel, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Joelle, is that you, Joelle?
How's it going, Liesl?
Oh my goodness, I'm home today, and what you were talking about, it just applied to my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nice.
Before I go, I've been writing. I've been taking notes, just so I don't forget, because I'm just kind of weak today. The super chat, Joelle, like when I listen to you or Nick or Hake. So if I send you a super chat with a question, because sometimes I'm busy at work and I have a question, you guys are talking. Can you see the person's banking information, just my name? Like you'll just see legal. You won't see anything personal or private.
Yeah. It just shows your name. It doesn't show anything personal.
Thank you, sir. So that's what I'll be doing, Joelle. Sometimes I can't call you. Joelle, what day is the romance day or the relationship day? Because I love your themed weekly lineup. And may I ask you what day is the relationship day so I can write it down?
Wednesdays, Relationship Wednesdays.
Joelle, you're really going deep. It's like I was sitting watching Hake. It's like sitting next to a fire. And then when I listen to you, it's like sitting next to a fire, like being warm. Nice. And then I listen to Angel Baby, the same. It's like there are a lot of guys in the world, but not a lot of men.
Right on.
And it's like we ladies, and I'm sure I like two of the ladies in your chat, starting with letter T from Oregon. I love her. And then starting letter C from Texas. We women, we want brothers. We want brothers. Yeah. And I found a father in Jesse, and I was telling a very close person in my life, I told them that you're like my brother, Joelle, that I've never had.
Right on.
What I mean?
No, so, I totally understand.
I need grace and mercy. I'm writing. I just want to say what I wrote down really quick. I need grace and mercy every day. I drive fast. I don't have a medium switch. I'm either really high or low. And that's when my body is depleted because I know I shouldn't be eating everything that I want to eat. So then because of my age, Joelle, my body shuts down and I end up in the hospital. So I'm very disciplined now because I don't want to go back to the hospital. Right. So I'm very limited to what I can eat because I guess of my age.
Right.
But so you're talking deep, and I just want to make sure to tell you that thank you because I'm absorbing everything.
Yeah.
And then Anchor Baby had, I wrote this down. Anchor Baby, Nick had a man on there that he called the knife fighter, back alley Tunisian knife fighter, and they got into about Catholicism, how Catholicism has destroyed many countries, including the Philippines. We're very proud as Filipinos. My mom's side, I'm not talking about my dad's side. My dad's like you, Joel, half black, half white. Nice. My mom's side, they're very, very, very proud to be Spanish. So if they saw somebody like Nick would be a superstar in the Philippines. They love their Spanish heritage. Nice. But so when the Tunisian knife fighter was on there, they were talking about it. I really appreciate Nick, if you're listening, thank you, Nick. That it was compelling, and I was really paying attention because that's deep, that they think that religion is helping people, and it's not. They're dirt poor in all those Catholic countries. You know what I mean, Joelle?
No, I do. I'm getting close to out of time here, so.
Okay.
But
I love you, Joelle.
Let me tell you really quick that I want to tell you really quick, Lisa. I appreciate the constant support that you've always called in, but you always show support in more ways than one to all the channels. Mm-hmm. So we appreciate it. And as far as your health goes, I didn't know that's going on. I hope wish you well with that.
But can I call you Wednesday?
Yeah, call me whenever.
Okay, I love you, Joelle. Take care. Thank you so much on behalf of all the women that want brothers. Thank you, Joelle.
No problem, Lisa. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, hey. Bye.
All right. Right on. One thing I want to say really quick, and then I gotta end, is she's right about Lizzo's right about women wanting brothers. They just want to men represent the light of God, right? Masculinity, right? And women just desire to have that around, right? It makes them feel secure. It gives them direction. It brings them comfort. And that's what men are supposed to be, right? And we don't have to, it ain't making ourselves be that, and it ain't pretending that we are that. You don't walk around thinking you the man, right? You don't walk around with your chest out, right? No matter what it is, your chest in or out, if you're a man, you're a man, and it just comes from you, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, right? So you can't prove to nobody you're a man, because even if you say something that is more on the understanding side, the gentle side, or you're just making a joke, or you're just being funny, manhood still can be reflecting in you. So it's not based off of what you do or say. And that's what man got to return to. You know what I mean? Because that is the nature of God. And God ain't just sitting around here just no alpha bro. You know what I mean? God ain't no alpha bro. Sitting up here yelling and screaming. That's not how God is be doing it. So, so she's right. Lisa's right about that. Women wanting men around, right? Anyway, I gotta end here in a second, but I just want to encourage the ladies and the men that you don't gotta be trying so hard to do nothing, right? All we gotta do to be free is just be honest and let go of control of our lives. Stop trying to control our lives. Stop trying to make things happen. Stop trying to prevent things from happening. Let go and give it up, right? Stop trying to gain weight. Stop trying to lose weight. It's enough to know that you need to. Stop trying to get on these fad diets. Stop trying to go to the gym 7 times a day. Stop trying to do things. It's enough to know you need to get in shape. And then when you see the go and when you see the move, then you start doing it, right? It should feel natural and you should have a desire and want to do it. Not because you have to, not because the world will hate you if you don't, not because they're going to judge you. No, it should be happening naturally. So if you live it that way, you ain't going to have a desire to be on Ozempic. You ain't going to have a desire to want to get fake implants on the front or the back. You know what I mean? You just do what you see to do and you'll just be living life and enjoying life because you won't have this kind of conflict within. Wrestling. How I gotta do that? Can I do this? I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this on my schedule. I'm going to do this. All that is creating conflict and making you want to go on Ozempic. You know what I'm saying? Just chill and let go. It'll happen. It's enough to know you want it. All right, y'all. I got an American Anchor Babies coming in right now. Make sure you guys don't miss his show. And also Punchy TV, brand new episode today at 2 p.m. Pacific time after the American Anchor Baby show. With full tapings of the network, Punchy Network. Make sure you guys tune in. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. What's tomorrow? True Crime Tuesday. We getting into some true crime stuff. I'll see you guys then. Bye.
So, here's what I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer, and I want you to start doing it. You just download it, get the points of how to do it, and then after a while, you just do it on your own. It's going to point you in the right direction.